Well, I'm glad to hear
no
that.
affiliation to any government, and no government has helped us to organize the RMO. I want to dispel that lie that people are willfully putting out there that the RMO formed by this politician or that.
People are willfully do that already?
Of course, they are cooking, and Rastafari people are doing it too.
Yeah. How come people start to say them things there already? I mean, I don't understand that.
Muta.
Kind of idiot people.
You see, why I can cope with a thief? Because you have to leave something for him to thief. Yeah. I am very, 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 very aware of liars because they can just get up and tell a lie.
Yeah. They play politics, that's no in the region.
I did not hear that.
I say you're playing politics, you know.
This is Mutabaruka. We want to present to you a wholesome kind of level of consciousness right now. So, subscribe and tell your friend them. This is Mutabaruka.
I am Honorable Priest Norman Lamont.
Lamont, yeah, Priest Lamont. Okay, Priest Lamont.
Yes.
Good night, sir.
Good night, Muta, and good night to Radio Land.
All right, let me ask you a question. Why was it important to, after having Michael Barnett on the radio for almost 45 minutes or more, why is it important that you now must come and speak about the same topic in a different way? Tell me.
All right, because when Dr. Barnett was speaking, the RMO was not yet ratified. He was talking about the ratification. Now, Sunday, the 27th, we had the ratification ceremony. But since then, there are questions, as you have said, so we thought it wise just to give an overview of the RMO.
All right, what part of the ratification ceremony take place?
It took place at 19 miles at the Peacemakers Foundation.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying that was where it happened. And how much of the houses was there?
All right. 13 organizations have signed the ratification document. And that includes, I would say, two of the main mansions that they have been referred to over the years, such as the Bubba Shanty, the EADIC, and of course, House of Dread, which has for many decades been in existence. However, though, Muta, it was attended by representatives from all the mansions, to include the Nyabingi and 12 tribe. I saw people from all the mansions.
All right, so who on the list, what the 13? You said 13 people sign it. So, tell me the 13 organizations that sign it.
All right. If I don't have a record in front of me, but let me start with those that I can remember. Like of course the EABIC, the House of Dread, School of Vision, the Rastafari Benevolent Society. We have the Leonard Howell Foundation. We have the Peacemakers, which is the Reverend Claudius Henry. We have groups, organizations like Starscape.
Like what?
We have Starscape, Roots House. Several, these are organizations of Rastafari gathering, and these are organizations being guided by Rastafari brethren.
Yeah, but 7 of them you call, you don't remember the rest then.
Like I said, all of them are not in my head, Muta, because
but you don't call 12 tribe yet, you know.
Go ahead. I never heard you.
I say you don't call 12 tribe.
12 of them?
No, you never called 12 tribe. 12 tribe of Israel.
I have not called 12 tribe, and I want to point out that the Nyabingi House is not a signatory as yet.
Okay.
Neither is 12 tribe.
So what at the meeting? Why them never signed?
All right, Muta, it's quite clear to people in Jamaica and worldwide that Rastafari has been for many decades now in a kind of splintered state, both in individual mansions. And most of the mansions, especially the original Rastafari mansions, are having internal differences, and they are in process of straightening out these differences. But they remain at the table. But that they have their internal differences, they have not signed yet.
Mm-hmm.
But we are quite sure that they, in short time, are going to sign on.
All right, you never mention, all right, you say Rastafari Benevolent Society, but who signed on behalf of the Rastafari Benevolent?
I think Daniel signed for the Rastafari Benevolent Society. And
Okay.
there are some records that I may not be able to tell you in specific, because I am in my house and I don't have.
Yeah. Because last week, Michael made mention of Nanny. But
Nanny.
I was told after the program that Nanny is no longer part of the benevolent, Rastafari Benevolent group. So it couldn't, when him said the Rastafari Benevolent was part of it, he was talking about Nanny, but I want to tell me said Nanny is not representing the benevolent. I don't know how that go down there.
Has been the representative along with others. So Sister Nanny was not the only representative for the Rastafari Benevolent Society. She was one of the representatives.
No, but them I said she's not there again. She's not.
She chose to be a part of the RMO, and there is no beef between her and the Benevolent Society.
No, I thought it was an umbrella organization, so individuals can join too.
It is for every Rasta man or Rasta woman. If you are in the farthest nook and cranny, if you are in the most humble kind of shelter, like under a tree or in the cave of a rock, then the RMO has an eye out for you and aims to negotiate, agitate for your cause.
But Richard, I can ask you something now, because all right, suppose a bingy man come there. All right, I can say a Bobo come there, right? And you say Bobo is part of the group. And the next Bobo come and say he must go join as an individual. How that work?
If he wants to join as an individual, he would have to have an organization.
But that's what I asked you, yes. So go back to Nanny. Wait, hold on, I could take a time signal and come forward.
The time on IRFM is...
The time is 1 minute past 11. We're talking about this RMO, this new umbrella organization that was formed and have its what you call it now, your registration Sunday gone. All right. Let me ask you something, Bridget. I am not a member of none of these organizations. And you are saying that I can come and join it.
And whether you join or not, Muta, what the RMO is doing, and it's agitating for the Rastafari community. You don't have to be a member, because we know that the Rastafari family is large. What the RMO is aiming to be is to have a set of brethren from all the various mansions, organizations, and Rastafari people to really have a one voice. It's a unity voice we are seeking. And
so it's not an umbrella organization then, it's just an organization of Rasta.
Well, if you want to call it umbrella.
No, I know me want to call it. It's that when I was talking to
yes, it tends to do that, Muta.
To Michael.
How would you describe an organization that is being supported by most of the known Rastafari houses and groups? So for the fact that we have all these members coming as a family to deal with Rastafari issues, then we have to see that right now we are actually the I would have to say the largest identified group of Rastafari brethren around Jamaica that are coming together now to deal with issues affecting Rastafari generally. It's not about directing the internal affairs of any particular mansion. And that is why I don't want to labor on what the Rastafari Choral Garden Benevolent Society is doing. That's their internal matter. The RMO is interested in dealing with common issues that affect Rastafari generally in Jamaica and by extension in the world.
Give us an example, like what? Give us an example.
Of what we are dealing with. So far, we have been dealing with issues like harassment of Rastafari from the law. We have been dealing with harassment of Rastafari and victimization of Rastafari children in schools. And we are dealing with harassment and victimization of Rastafari in workplaces.
Yeah.
So these are some of the issues we are dealing with. There are other issues too, because the RMO has several committees to deal with different aspects of things that are affecting the Rastafari family generally.
Well, give us some more, man. You get to start about the locks and things, but there's so much that you said, there's so much things. I can't give us some more.
But, so I was waiting to hear if you have it. So I can tell you then that the RMO is not aiming to reinvent any wheel. It welcomes all that has been done by any group of Rastafari brethren in the past and presently. So whilst there have been many attempts of unification in the Rastafari family over many decades. Since
like the Millennium Council. The Millennium Council was an umbrella organization too.
The Millennium Council was started out to do that. But for whatever reasons, which I am not going to try to be an expert on that, but for whatever reason, it has become less effective. And
null and void. Null and void.
Well, I like your word. Null and void, or I would say almost defunct. What I look at, and the Bobo Ashanti House has never been signatory to any of those attempts. We have always remained with an observer status, apart from now when the Council of Elders of the EADIC decides that in order to make effective input, we need to be signatory to whatever is happening with Rastafari in the now. And so we have stepped forward to do that, not without backlashes from naysayers among I and I who think that it's harmful and dangerous to align ourselves to the other Rastafari.
What is harmful and dangerous about it? What them say?
You see, Muta, they are talking about long-time incidents that might have happened from 1958 or 1960.
Well, maybe that's why Slave Tribe is not apartheid neither, because they talk about long-time thing.
So these are people that are caught stuck in the past.
Yes.
And these are people that are using a narrow vision, thinking that you did that 10, 50 years ago, and that's the same thing you're going to do. Even children, they do something today, but next week they learn the repercussion of what they did from last week, and they are mindful not to do that again. So I have to give the benefit of the doubt to all those that might have been named or accused of doing things not so appropriate in the past. But this is the now, and we have learned, and we are adults, and we are Rastafari, and we are supposed to be the righteous and the right. Okay. So I can't see that we are stuck in wrong.
Well, we can't get stuck, Virgin. We can't stuck.
We can never. So the RMO is aiming to hear any issue and to deal with any issue that is affecting Rastafari that might cause division or segregation or separation. It's welcoming anyone. And if a mansion or an organization has an internal problem, the RMO will, upon a written request from that mansion or organization, when it deliberates on the matter, when it's brought to it, decide whether it wants to intervene. So not because they request that the RMO must intervene, the RMO is going to jump on. The RMO will sit, and let's say we have a problem in the Bobo Shanti house, and we decide that, okay, the Bobo Shanti needs the RMO to help to mediate. The Bobo Shanti would have to ask the RMO to do that. and the RMO will reason and say, okay, we will try to assist in mediating whatever problem the Baba Shanti has or the Nyabinghi has. But it's not aiming to be any director of individual mansions or organizations. It aims to deal with general common ground matter. Our basic focus is international repatriation, reparation, and these kind of things, and how we are aiming to be at the table to help to structure nationally and internationally how reparation and repatriation could be or should be dealt with or treated.
All right. So we're going to ask you the same question we asked Michael last week. The idea of this thing I will come up with now about the constitutional reform, how the RMO fit into that, if them fit in, or that.
All right. RMO has a committee, because the RMO has several committees, as I mentioned before. There is a committee that is aiming to be at the table to state the Rastafari position, where it connects to the constitutional reform. Because we have a reason in the RMO meetings that it's not good to sit aside, and the constitution is being reformed, and there are things that could affect Rastafari with negative repercussions. And so we think it's important that we hurry and get a voice at the table.
So is there a group of ones now where is ordained to do that?
Yes, there are brethren that have been nominated in a committee.
Like who, sir? Who's the brethren them?
Well, I, for one...
I know this don't talk about the sister them, like sister no...
No, when I say brethren encompasses all gender. I noticed that many times when we speak...
You must be gender specific, man, in this time.
Well, as you know, Rastafari is king and queen.
The gender specific, because... You know, you say gender, man, I say one gender. Well, man is God, and I don't think man could ever say it's one gender. Because I mean, just say that by the way, you know. But when I say, who are the ones that you say is to do these things? What the name? What them name? Like I said, Muta, I don't have the record here with me, and they are. You say you depend it. Well, that's what I said. So you don't know who you want to sit down with and answer these things with?
But I don't want to name a brethren. It's not that committee.
Why not? Why not? It's not a private thing.
No, this is what I said. I don't want to make mistakes in naming. I don't want to say first man. That first man is part of that committee, and then he's not. That committee is another committee.
No, hold on, brethren. You have me mixed up, you know. We just talk about committees for do certain things. Like you mentioned a committee, and you say you depend on that committee. I am named on that committee. There are other brethren and sisters that have been named on various committees. Whilst I maintain that I am on it, I can't tell you. And which committee you are on? Which committee you are on? I am on the repatriation committee. And you don't know the rest of the people that move upon it. You don't know the name of the other one that move upon it. Of the repatriation committee? Yeah. Well, I can get those information for you at a later time, Muta. No. Man. If you say they're on a committee for deal with repatriation, I mean, ask you who is on the committee, so you have to go find that out. No, not find it out. I have to have the record in front of me, Muta. So you have to have the record to know who sit down and talk about the reparation committee. All of us in a reasoning with so many people, and there are so many of us. So when the moderator says, all right, a committee is named, I have to concern myself to know that this is my committee. When I'm called, I get there. All right, you have a president and a secretary and these things? We have all the various... So who is the president? There's not a president. We have chairpersons. All right, who's the chairperson? I am one of the chairpersons. Who is one of the chairpersons? Ras Abidan Tafara is one of the chairpersons. Ras who? Go ahead. Ras who you say? Ras Abidan. Yes.
there was Ras Firstman, which demits that position, and so I have become.
No, wait, say him meet the provision. What you mean? I don't understand that. You mean it was one of them and then him come out of it?
He chose to be in another office rather than a chairperson.
So how much chairperson you have? How much chairperson you have?
There are 3 chairpersons.
No male, no female.
Of course, there is Sister Nanny.
Sister Nanny is one of the chairpersons.
Sister Nanny is one of our main chairpersons.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, the first chairperson.
Who's the secretary?
The secretary is Sister Icelia.
Okay.
And there are several sisters that have occupied vital roles.
Okay. Who's the defense minister? You will laugh now. Where you laugh for?
Some of those things are still in the making. We are a young organization.
No, but why you laugh? Why you laugh, Mr. Minister?
Because you have touched a vital point.
But that is important. What you mean?
One of the main
You can't have organization who have no defense.
No, I never said so. I laughed because I said you have touched one of the focal points.
Yeah, man, we need defense right now, Rasta. Believe you me, we can't do that without defense.
We must have that's what I tell you. It's one of our focal points.
Okay. So you're saying you can't join even if you don't belong to an organization.
Economics and security
Yeah.
are the 2 basic things. Food security, water security,
Yes.
physical security. Those are the things we talk about and we are working at.
Okay. All right. So how the organization will be financed?
All right. Even our function that we had, we are totally self-funded, and we are not seeking funding from anywhere outside of Rastafari, and we are not affiliated to any organization apart from Rastafari organization, and we have never had any support from government or any of those kind of people.
Yes, Bridget, you there?
Yes, Muta, I'm here.
Yes. So, where the headquarters is, where the headquarters going to be? That's if anyone wants to sign up or anything, them know where to go.
Because we are still in our creative stage. We have not yet established an office.
Okay.
But we are in the process of doing that. So right now we are going to be looking around for a place that we can house the RMO office, that we can have our.
Okay. So no one can go like run a 12 tribe, they are run a house of dread or whatsoever. Like all.
When we want to meet, we decide on where for now, just as we decided on the Peacemaker Foundation.
Yeah,
and so when we want to have a face-to-face gathering, we try to select a place that is conducive to I and I as Rastafari, and we go there and reason. But for now, we reason basically on the Zoom.
Oh, Zoom?
Yes.
Oh, so.
Most of our meetings for now.
All right, so when is the next meeting?
We have never missed. Every Tuesday evening at 8:30, we are there. It's a serious cadre of Rastafari one-on-ones that have now decided that this is the time and we will not be betrayed by anything or anyone. And we are not afraid. And we are quite assured that we have all the method, because we are not talking about being affiliated. We are talking about a voice that will speak for everyone. Because we are being victimized, I have to use the word, by many segments. When we go to negotiate, we can't do anything for Rastafari because they're too divided. When they're separated. And every time when they meet, they fight across the table. And all these kind of things. And we are intelligent enough now. And we are clever enough. Rastafari has come out of the dark ages. Rastafari has come out from under the little shacks and rambles that they used to see Rastafari.
Yeah, but we can't follow what them are saying. Okay? You ever see them in a parliament yet, how them go on?
But I mentioned that to government officials when I met with them.
Yeah,
about
man.
their behavior in parliament.
Oh, them go on in a parliament is unbecoming, man.
Of course, and I truly object to them talking about our disagreements among ourselves and using it as a reason to disenfranchise us of our rights.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
I call such a move hypocritical.
All right, so you say the meetings is every Tuesday?
Yes.
Online, Zoom?
And Zoom.
So you have a special address where you give on Zoom one can connect?
Yes, we send out the Zoom link to the mansions and organizations and the representatives of the mansions and organizations, and we advise mansions and organizations to make sure that they try to advise Rastafari people to get themselves aligned, because that's what they are using against us.
Right.
They are claiming that they don't know. We don't know who's what. And man, you see, when we're stopped along the road, Muta, the police can say to you, Rasta, well, I'm all right, where you have the, but the moment you have something that they think you are not to have, them don't know. Even if it's something that the law says you can have. If you have some ganja and it's more than what the police think that you should have, they want to harass you and they don't know if you're Rasta. And the rights that the law gives you to have it, they try to even walk on that, because the law...
Well, some of them don't know the law neither, you know.
That is so true.
Some of them don't know the law. You have to instruct them about the law.
Yes, but they will not take what we are saying. So
no,
they're
not take what
on the government. And the government is making moves too. The government has taken steps. Because RMO has been lobbying with the government seriously. As a matter of fact, the RMO can hardly find enough reason to go to the government. They have invited us every month to speak about our issues.
And are you been there every month?
Well, we have not gone every month because we don't have issues that we want to talk about
every month
yet.
Yeah.
But we go there whenever there is an issue, and when we call them for a meeting, we are accommodated.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
We have no affiliation to any government, and no government has helped us to organize the RMO. I want to dispel that lie that people are willfully putting out there that the RMO formed by this politician or that.
People are willfully do that already?
Of course, they are cooking, and Rastafari people are doing it too.
Yeah.
Rastafari people are doing it too. And that's the sad and hurtful thing.
You know, last week is the first I hear about the RMO last week.
Yes, we have remained somewhat inside because we were not ratified, and because there are naysayers who...
No, but if it was ratified or this and that, how come people start to say them things there already? I mean, I don't understand that.
Muta.
Kind of idiot people.
You see, why I can cope with a thief, because you have to leave something for him to thief. Yeah. I am very, 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 very aware of liars, because they can just get up and tell a lie.
Yes. And I bet you some people now wait for you come off and know if you call me, if you tell me this and tell me that.
Yes, I know. They're all dissenters and naysayers, Muta. In anything good they are going to have. Because I always say, positive is the attractor of negative. And the more positive you do, you are going to see more negative coming at you. But I, as the RMO, we will not allow anything to detract. Every problem, bring it here. Bring up all the problems and bring it to the RMO. We are going to sit as the people of the Most High Rastafari, and we are going to deal with it with the kind of integrity that becomes kings and queens. And we are not going to allow any external influence, any little wiggling worm to come among us and try to scatter. We are intelligent enough to take any matter and deal with it dignifiedly.
Well, brethren, give thanks, and say anytime when you want to talk or say something, you can just call me and you get the ear time, them way there.
I'm grateful there, Muta.
You
have always been a great listening ear to the problems of people internationally.
Yeah,
and you have never tried to bash Rastafari.
No.
So I give thanks for that.
Sometimes we ask some hard things still where people feel say,
I know that. I remember from 1993 and 92 we have been coming to IFM to talk to you.
Look, man, tell the people them say, I don't even want to use them word there, but tell the people them say, is cutting edge boss the bubble house in Jamaica pan ear.
Yes.
The first time the bubble them ever come pan ear all night. for 4 hours. It's this program.
It's so true.
Prince Emmanuel send the group.
Many of the delegations there.
Yeah, man.
I
The
have
bus load. They did there.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Prince Emmanuel was so joyful of it, man. He was so joyful. Anyway.
I remember the time we were there talking about the 20 million pounds sterling, and people were calling me to say they never heard of that before.
Yes,
and I was leaving on King Emmanuel said to me, my Lord, when you get there, tell them I say, is international repatriation with compensation I'm dealing with.
Yes,
and 20 million pounds sterling must come up, and let's keep Queen Elizabeth responsible.
Yeah, man. 1993. Yeah, man. Give thanks, Virgin.
This is the cutting edge. Lyrics like a bazooka. Long time we are preach. Long time we are teach. Sidewalk University. No indoctrination, education. 3 decades. Long time. The cutting edge. Politics. Religion, all sort of things, education, redemption, art, soul, brain food, the continent.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.
This is Mutabaruka. We want to present to you a wholesome kind of level of consciousness right now. So subscribe and tell your friend them. This is Mutabaruka.